Hi, thought it'd be kind of fun to do a video today since Google is celebrating Sigmund Freud's 160th birthday, right? So, found this article and thought it'd be kind of fun to share with you. Cocaine, how miracle drug nearly destroyed Sigmund Freud. This is just from a few years ago, 2011. And they interviewed this guy, Dr. Howard Markle, I guess at Johns Hopkins Hospital in Baltimore, so 5 years ago. But this kind of article summed it all up except for another factor, which I'm going to talk about in just a second. But anyway, we'll get this little interview here. It's pretty eye-opening. Across the Atlantic and long before psychoanalysis, a young Dr. Freud also believed that cocaine might be his ticket to fame and fortune. Hell yeah, man, get on board with that. One of his closest friends was addicted to morphine, and Freud published journal articles proclaiming cocaine was the cure. Yeah, but he also had a more personal interest in the drug's effects. Freud loved the way cocaine made him feel, and he was very interested in its psychological components. For one, it did make him feel better when he was sad. I bet it did. He also was amazed at how it made him talk about things endlessly. He thought the stuff he thought was locked away in his brain. Sound familiar? That's talk therapy, but without the toxic side effects of cocaine. But then he got to like a little too much. So like this, so this interviewer asks him, did any of his writings, the dreams, the sense of euphoria, all the things that he got from cocaine, from using cocaine, did any of those lead to anything that we now see in psychiatry today? The guy answers, well, it did. So isn't that neat where all this psychotherapy and psychoanalysis and all this kind of shit came from? From a guy getting ripped on blow. So to begin with, the idea of talk therapy, where you talk freely or free associate from one thing to another, may have been inspired by the cocaine unleashing his tongue or his repressed memories. But most importantly, cocaine haunts the pages of the interpretation of dreams. The model dream is a cocaine dream, what addiction therapists would call a using dream. He was using cocaine quite a bit in 1895 on himself, to the point he was having chest pain. He was depressed. And also, I love this, his nose was congested. The guy was doing it so much that he had to have a surgeon open it up with a knife so he could breathe. Lots of signs you might want to lay off of this stuff. And then he even says in the 1890s he almost killed a patient while under the influence of cocaine. You know, and so I'm not judging the guy or anything like that at all. What I'm just telling you is, isn't it funny where all this our modern medicine stuff, like your psychiatry, where they want to give you all these medications and all these pills to alter your brain where it came from? And then it gets even better because you get this whole Oedipus complex. The Oedipus complex is a Freudian term that was named after a man that unknowingly killed his father and slept with his mother. Freud said that a boy develops an unconscious infatuation towards his mother and simultaneously fears his father to be a rival. It just blows my mind, this stuff. It's crazy. You know, you don't need cocaine. You don't need to sit in a room with a doctor, some guy who doesn't even know you, even really cares about you, who's there to get a paycheck. You don't need any of that stuff. Just put yourself in a room, and talk to the Father, talk to Jesus of Nazareth, or if that stuff makes you uncomfortable, try to connect with your higher self. That's what this is the Capitol, the dome in the Capitol, the U.S. Capitol. You see, you look up at the dome here and you see George Washington. You see this guy, he's looking down on you because you're in a pit. And I'm not saying you, I'm just saying I'm not out. I'm still here. So I'm not even trying to sit here and say I got it figured out or I got out of the pit. I'm not saying that at all because I'm not any different than anybody else. But what I'm saying is see how he's looking down. He's like, haha, we're up here. You're down there. Because you need to make this arc, create this or connect this arc, get your two sides of your brain working, take that middle, and connect with your higher self. That's what this stuff is telling you. You're in a pit looking up, and he's up there looking down on you saying, come on up, buddy, but we know you're not going to because we're giving you all these other things that you think you need when you have everything inside you that you need. Thanks to my subscribers.